This is Mayfair. She fell in love with Winston.
Before I met Winston, I had never met anyone with osteogenesis imperfecta. It wasn't a condition that I'd come across.
The pair became friends soon after first meeting, and then it wasn't long before romance blossomed. When they decided to share their relationship online, they weren't prepared for the level of attention their pairing would get.
A lot of the comments we had were, oh, he must be rich, he's a gold digger, how will they have sex? Like, just a lot of intrusive comments.
You might know it's coming, but the feeling of it for me is always surprising, even to this day.
Now the couple are getting ready to welcome a new arrival into their home.
My name is Winston.
Did you want me to say my name?
My name is Winston.
And my name is Mayfair. Yeah, I mean, Winston's handsome, but I think it was really his personality, and when I really saw who he was as a person, when I started to feel attracted to him. Do you want tea or coffee?
I'm gonna have tea. We met in June 2018, and this was at an event that we were both attending.
The funny thing about that event is we didn't actually speak that first time that we met. It wasn't until later that we kind of connected. Winston looks quite different to most people, and he had his chair, so I definitely noticed him as he came in. Before I met Winston, I had never met anyone with osteogenesis imperfecta. It wasn't a condition that I'd come across.
Yeah, condition is known as OI for short, and what it means is basically bones that are brittle. So I broke my bones hundreds of times in my lifetime. And then it also means, I guess, a structure that doesn't develop as quickly as the average person. So I'm definitely 35 years old, but I'm definitely probably not the size of the average 35-year-old. So we didn't speak on the day, but we got tagged in a photo, and then we had a bit of an exchange. And it was kind of a case of, shame we didn't get to speak on the day. I'd love to grab a coffee.
After that event, we started spending more time with each other, getting to know each other, on an even deeper level. And then I think from that's where the feelings started to develop. It was pretty quick from kind of going to friends to being in a relationship.
Oh, these cushions. Chuck it in the corner.
We actually got married in August 2020, but the pictures came out much later, kind of in November. We just started noticing our followers increasing by literally thousands, sometimes every 10 minutes. And then our pictures would just kind of pop up everywhere. And then before we knew it, news articles as well.
Notifications came flooding in.
A lot of the comments we had were, oh, he must be rich, he's a gold digger, how will they have sex? Just a lot of intrusive kind of comments. I think one of the ones that I remember, someone said, how could her parents let her marry this guy? Which that one was really hurtful because, yeah, my parents love Winston so much. A lot of them I try not to think about because if I focus on them too much, it's really honestly upsetting. I kind of just married a man that I loved. If you keep focusing on them, it can take you down a really tough place. Oh gosh.
Yeah. That just happened. Hurtful comments, negative comments, when people say things that are not true, you might know it's coming, but the feeling of it for me is always surprising, even to this day. Since he's disabled, you have to do all the work in bed. That sucks. There it is.
Open it first.
Oh yeah, so it's straight. Hey CFAM, welcome back to our channel. We are
The Clemens.
The work that we do now through YouTube, that started off as hey, maybe we should use this relationship to challenge some common misconceptions.
Throwing in sex to the mix, which is the big thing that people want to know about in terms of interabled relationships.
Everyone's going like this right now, edge of their seat.
We got a comment from someone that said, this is so beautiful. I recently became permanently disabled and this gives me hope that I'll still find my soulmate.
Thank you for rocking with us as always. Have a wonderful week.
Hi, C-Fam.
We really like to journal.
I think today I'm just going to try and write a quick letter to our baby, just as a way of connecting. We recently announced that we are expecting a baby, and so again that post has just kind of gone a little bit viral and again attracted some mostly good, 99% good, but you have the 1% who, again, really insensitive. The last few days have been a little bit stressful for mommy and daddy because our family is a little bit different to most families, and sometimes we get a lot of attention and questions. We love you and we pray for you every day. Looking forward to spoiling you.
Aww, that's super cute.
As soon as we found out we're pregnant, we've always been 100% committed. And, I guess one of those early conversations with the consultant was to see what we would want to do in the event that the gene is passed on. Just got your forehead.
I think kind of as a parent, you always want your child to have the easiest life possible, and kind of anything that kind of comes in the way of that can feel upsetting, and I wouldn't be being honest if I didn't state that.
We're just committed to being the best parents and to providing that child with the best life possible.
I think for us, the message that we'd hope to give to the world through what we share is that every human experience is valid, and every human experience deserves respect.
Yeah, and I think for me, just the normalization of all types of relationships. There's a lot of laughter in this house most of the time, and for me that's really cool because I always pictured myself, being in a relationship where it would feel like a friendship or hanging out with my best friend.
Winston's incredible, he makes me laugh all the time. But I think beyond that, it's kind of our shared sense of purpose, as well as kind of the love and just the fun that we have together.